Hi.
How are you now?
Mike and Jen.
I'm Mike. That's Jen.
We are doing our couples edition.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is the intimate edition, so we're okay to have these. We're older than 21 if you've watched our other videos. Older than 40. So anyway, today we want to talk about couples tips, but it's the intimate edition. All right, so
Ooh, la la.
we're going to just talk about 5 different tips that we've learned over the years. We've been together for almost 20 years. Lots of ups and downs and life, right? Roller coaster. You go through a lot of stuff together, and
Job changes, career changes, kids.
births, deaths, losses, loves, like you name it.
Yes.
We've gone through it, and that's what everybody does, and you learn how to live your life through that together. And so we're just going to share tips about what we've learned, and we've seen a lot of searches for intimate stuff, so we're going to talk about that today.
Yay.
If you have kids in the room, send them away. Tell them to go to bed. No.
Yeah, go to bed. Time to go to sleep, Timmy.
All right, we're going to get started. So, talking about intimate time, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to discuss lingerie in the bedroom.
Absolutely. So look, I mean, lingerie versus what? T-shirts or tank tops or whatever. Every night can't be, porn star
Happy time.
nights. Look, I mean, lingerie is sexy, it's great, but if you wore lingerie every single night, then it wouldn't be a treat for us guys.
Exactly. And women, I say women, look, I guess, man, I've never been a dude, so I don't know, maybe it's the same for them, but lingerie is not comfy. It's got like strings up your butt and everything else, and trying to zip them and put them on and suck it all in. And it's like, okay, now we're going to take it off. What? I just got this thing on. Are you kidding me? So
Took me 20 minutes to put this damn thing on.
It's staying on. Like, it's happening. So sometimes it is cuter and more comfy, and you're more confident in something like just a tank top. Maybe you don't have anything else on but your tank top, and your little cheeks are hanging out. That's cute.
Absolutely.
And it's comfy, and it's still sexy, and something that, could be fun and playful. So just don't feel like you have to dress up in lingerie and do full-on,
Yeah.
every
Look, we're not trying to reenact the movie Sex Tape or any
God,
kind
no.
of stupid
You don't wanna see
nonsense like
that.
that.
No.
That is kind of a bad movie. No offense, but it just was.
Well, I meant for us. You don't want to see anything with us.
Well,
So anyway,
at least not me. I mean,
so really, you want to be comfortable. You want to be. We go let our dog in.
I'll go let her.
Thank you. Sorry. You want to be comfortable. You want to be confident, and a lot of that is, you can feel sexy and pretty in lingerie, but like I said, it's not as comfortable, right? You can also feel confident and sexy in just like t-shirt or tank top or whatever. So feel free to be you, and whatever works for both of you. Be comfy with each other.
Absolutely. Jen will sometimes wear one of my T-shirts.
Oh,
It's like,
I love wearing I love wearing your
I
t-shirt.
was like,
I love
what guys
wearing
are we talking about here? I mean,
I
come
love wearing
on.
your t-shirt because it's just that feeling of a bigger t-shirt, and then it's got like your smell on it and everything, and it's just kind of like,
There you go.
this is cozy, this is comfy. So.
And to me, that's kind of sexy. I mean, walking in, she's wearing, just one of my T-shirts, whether it's a Slayer shirt or just a Gap T-shirt or like one of my V-necks, or it doesn't matter what it is. We were joking about the other day. I said, but it never fails. You'll be wearing the shirt that I'm looking for to put on.
Try not to wear the popular shirt, okay?
Nah.
Maybe find a different one.
Just wear any of them. It's cute, and if a guy doesn't find that kind of sexy or attractive or at least cute, there might be something wrong with him.
It's up to you, and it's whatever works for both of you, like we said.
Absolutely.
The second tip, and I actually taught Mike this, right, in the beginning of our relationship.
Yep.
You're not gonna believe, but the tip is make your bed.
Yes.
You're gonna be like, what? Make your bed. Go back and look at videos. Look at romance.
What videos are you talking about?
You can look at any. You can look at rom-coms. You can look at hotel. When you go to a hotel, what's the bed? The bed is made. When you look at porn, that's what he's trying to get me to say. When you look at any of those, the bed is made, right? The scene is set. It is so different when you come home and you're like, okay, the bed's made, everything's clean, everything's in order. I don't know, maybe it's like my OCD mind, but to me it's like, oh, everything's nice and in place.
Yes.
Let's mess it up. That's
Exactly.
fun. If it's already messed up, it's like, oh God, I wish I would have made my bed today. Now everything's dirty and gross. Well, that's not fun. So,
Exactly. Yes.
And girls, I'm just saying, if you do this, your guy will want to make the bed more often.
Absolutely. Yes.
Who for one? Catch our other video about chores. This also helps. Make the bed. Okay, that's my tip.
She wants me to want to make the bed,
I know,
and
he does.
this makes me want to make the bed.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I fixed 2 problems at once.
And I reap the benefit of it. Absolutely.
All right. Other than make the bed, what you got?
All right. So, let's see. What are we at? So let's, you know what? Let's go with, absolutely. 6-second kiss. Sounds weird, but it has been studied and it has been shown that a 6-second long hug and or kiss will induce more feelings of intimacy and nurturing, caring, just
Get your endorphins going.
Exactly.
Hormones going.
Yes.
And I will tell you, because I was probably the worst. He introduced this to me. I actually heard him listening about it.
Yes.
But I'm probably the world's worst when I'm in busy mode and I'm like, we gotta get done, we gotta get out of here, let's go, and it's like, let's go. You know, it doesn't even mean anything anyway.
And it's
like, and that's, I didn't even realize how bad I was at doing that. I was pretty bad.
I hate to say it's like a dead fish kiss almost. And
yeah, and then you don't want to be that way. And it's, you know, I love him to death. I would never do that. And I wasn't even intentionally doing it. It was just, gotta go. We're getting that rat race of gotta move, gotta get things going. Slow down. And you don't have to sit there and count 1, 2, 3. It's not like literally you have to sit there and count. Once you start doing it, you'll stop and you'll realize like, oh
this
wait.
feels good.
Yeah, and this is a little different. And man, it's made a huge difference. We just started putting that into place a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's really cool, and it does work. And you know, if people are searching to rekindle and having issues or just trying to make time for each other, dude, that's a big one.
Yes.
And it takes 6 seconds, literally 6
seconds
seconds to stop and go, okay, I have time for you. I love you. I care about you. I can make 6 seconds work.
Yes.
Dude, it's a big deal.
Dude, yes, dude.
Sorry, I'm a dude. Look, I'm in my 40s. I grew up at that age. Everything's dude. But it works, truly.
It does.
It takes 6 seconds. That is not a lot of time, but it's a world of time when you're in that 6 seconds.
And I'm kind of the chick in our relationship.
Dude.
She's kind of the dude. I'm kind of, that 6 seconds, it means a lot to me because, man, I like that intimacy, that nurturing, that release of endorphins. Like, this feels good. I like this. And it just makes me feel good.
Well, and you feel wanted. Like you're purposely stopping for a minute and say, you know what? The world's around us. Things are going on, but I've got time
Not
for
for
you.
a minute. Got 6
seconds.
Whole seconds. 6
I've got
seconds.
6 seconds.
Come on.
It's a world of, try it.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard. And like I said, you don't need a stopwatch or a timer. Once you start doing it, you're just like, okay, I could do this.
Absolutely.
I think that's been a good one.
Yes.
So,
I love it.
Talking about routines and quicks and giggity. I didn't mean it that way, but just trying to go fast for your schedule. Don't schedule intimate time.
Look,
Okay.
Don't schedule sex and lovemaking. Dude, if it feels like a good time, get at it.
Well, I don't think we've ever been like, okay, Saturday is the day at 9 o'clock. See you there. I don't think we've ever been like that.
No.
There are people out there, and I mean, I've seen movies about it. I've seen therapy sessions and things where it's like, okay, we're scheduled and we try to make it work, and this is what
Yes.
that's not intimate. That's like a machine. That's like, okay,
It's like doing a chore.
scheduled. Yeah, that's not fun at all. So we say this with so many things, but just have fun, enjoy life. If you're feeling it, and maybe your 6-second kiss turns into something else. Hey, now I got 2
Well,
minutes.
something going on. 2 minutes. God, what does that say about me?
No,
Wow.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you can turn it into something, and don't be like, oh my God, I'm gonna be late. Fine. You know what? You're late for something. Big deal. You know, people are late for
cares?
stuff every day. That is something that you've really got to let go.
Yes.
Everything doesn't have to be controlled. This is really hard for me because I'm a controlling person. But if you learn to let that go a little bit and try not to control everything, because you can't, right? Things are going to happen no matter what you do. You'll start to enjoy life. You'll start to enjoy each other. You'll start to have that intimate moment and be like, you know what? I don't have just 6 seconds for you. Dude, we got all night. Like, we're going to have fun, and this is something for each other. And just don't be on a schedule. Don't be on a routine.
Exactly.
Let it go and have fun.
Yeah, I mean, you know, guess what? Her loading the dishes in the dishwasher because, well, watch our chores video. Trust me, it'll make sense. Her loading the dishwasher in one of my t-shirts could turn into a 6-second kiss, could turn into, you know, an hour of something going
Maybe
on.
I've learned something here. Wear a t-shirt while I'm loading dishes.
I mean,
If you listen to this, maybe you'll pick up some other tips of your own.
so absolutely, I mean, don't schedule it. Your parents probably schedule it. Your grandparents
Yeah, I
probably
do think it was a big
scheduled it.
generation thing, and maybe that's why they had like 6 or 8 kids, because it's like, okay, a certain time, and then boom, we're pregnant. I don't know.
Ugh.
Makes it. I know it's kind of gross to think about, but
Okay. Oh,
you don't have to do that anymore. Make time for each other.
absolutely.
So,
Yes.
and that kind of brings us to our last one is communication.
Yes.
Dude, this one, and more dudes. Sorry, I'll have to like not. Maybe I'll take like a shot every time I say dude.
That would be. I know where that leads.
This goes to games. Okay. So, anyway, people.
People.
Communication, man, it's hard. And for couples to be together so long and to communicate, it doesn't really like, it doesn't just click. Even with us, we've been together 20 years, and there's still things that we work on communicating with each other. Our crazies do not match.
Oh, God,
okay?
no.
We know that. That's one of our communications that we've learned that. Okay, this is the perfect example. You already know what I'm talking about. The bank. Okay, we needed to open a bank account since we moved. And so it was like an epic fail for me. I got irritated. I'm like, would you just, because he had talked about a credit union instead of a bank.
Yes.
I said, okay, here, your job is to open it at the credit union. Okay, that was my,
But that's not what you said.
what did I say exactly?
You said, all right, pick a credit union. And I did. I picked one.
Here's where our crazies did not meet. When I say pick a credit union, I meant pick the credit union. He had the money. He had everything to open
Oh,
it.
sure.
The point was for him to pick a credit union, open the account, get it all set up and pretty. So all I need to do is go get myself a card and be done. What he heard was pick a credit union. Oh, I like this one. The end.
That's what I
That's
did.
done. This is not great communication. And so a couple of days later, it's like, hey, did you open that credit? No, I picked one. What?
Exactly.
You picked one. Good job.
I did what you told me to do.
This
You
is-
said do this. I did that. I accomplished my mission.
To be fair. To be fair.
To be fair.
Yes. I did say that. And so this is part of communicating as a couple is learning how to speak to each other, how to be more detailed, how to speak to the end in your expectations of each other. This is in your daily life, but this is really important for intimate moments in the bedroom and everything else. You really have to be able to communicate with each other. And, you know, part of that too is discovering yourself first and figuring out what you like, and then be able to communicate it with each other. So, communication has a role in your relationship in so many levels.
Yes.
Outside of that, with other things as well, but I would say more importantly with your relationship and how to talk about anything with your significant other.
Absolutely. Back to the banking thing. I'm very analytical. I am very black, very white. It is the direction given was followed and the end result was achieved. So in my book, I accomplished my goal. My mission was to locate that credit union. Boom, I did it.
You chose one.
I'm good. I'm done. Now it's off to do something else for the rest of the time, rest of the day. With anything, especially when we're talking about intimacy, man, be vocal. If you can't say what it is you want, take a hand. Where do you want my hand?
It's important. Communication can be anything from vocal verbally or, like you said, body movement, touching, kissing, any of those things. One we didn't even have on here, but I wanted to talk about because I've noticed over the years, a lot of people just be, love you, bye. Love you, bye. It's real quick. That's not a real good communication.
No.
And I've noticed over the last couple of years especially, we'll be like, sure does love you.
Yep.
Yeah, and that is so much more important than just love you, bye. It means more.
Exactly.
Something as simple as just touching the face or,
Baby.
grabbing your shoulder, Kelly. Anything like that. There's little things you can do for communication. It doesn't have to be verbal. And I would say, because I had more trouble with this in the beginning, it's okay even in public. Like, we love to hold hands, Our role models as couples, grandfather and grandmother Boring, they were together forever. And he was older and would still pat her on the butt. So freaking cute. Like,
in her late 80s, his early 90s, he'd open the car door, open the door to a store, a restaurant, or whatever. She'd walk in, he'd take his hand, he'd just give her a little pat right on the tuchus.
Don't be offended by that. Like, ladies, it's cute, it's sweet. Like,
Absolutely.
you do you, but for us, it was like, oh my gosh, how cute is that? And then after all these years, and that is a form of communication. It's like he's just saying, I love you, babe. And
60 plus years of marriage, they still did it. Yeah.
Yeah. So find your own way. Find a way to say I love you. Find a way to communicate that you still love each other every day. And everything we talked about, like the 6-second kiss or just a few more minutes of extra time for each other, it'll make a big difference.
Open the door for,
Absolutely.
for your girlfriend, fiance, wife, whoever, open the door for her.
There's so few people now that will open the door for their significant other. We see it all the time. What are you doing? I'll sit in my car all day. I'll sit there and wait. That's fine. But that's how we were raised. That's how we raise our kids. Like, that's a big deal for me. And, for like him, he's the husband. That's his job. That's our communication is he'll come over. It's chivalry. It's like he's the gentleman. He's going to open the door for me. And that means something to me. He doesn't have to. And I see other people not do that. And he didn't have to. I can open my own door just fine.
Drives me nuts when I see other people not do it.
And it's like, it means more. If he comes over and he opens my door and I'm waiting, it's not because I'm spoiled and arrogant and just waiting for the door to be open. It's because it means something to him and it means something to me.
Absolutely.
And we know that for each other. So it's back to that communication, knowing what matters to each other, and then just keep it up, consistency. Figure out what works for you and keep doing it.
Yeah. It's funny. I went to the hardware store yesterday and stood in line. It's snowbird season where we live, so. Anyway, stand in line, finally get through the line, get what I needed, and walk out, and there's this couple that was in front of me. Guy opens the door to his truck, his wife gets in, and I had to introduce myself to him and asked him, where are you from? And surprisingly enough, guess where he was from?
Texas?
No.
Where?
New Jersey.
What?
Yeah. Guy was from
Shout out
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yes. I actually introduced myself, shook his hand, and thanked him for opening his wife's door for her. I mean, it was because you just don't see it that often
Yeah.
anymore. So it was really cool.
Well, that's all we've got, guys. We wanted just to share this little intimate tips, tricks that we have that we've found over the years. If you have others that you want to throw in the comments and share with other people, please do that. You know, it's important for people to learn how to communicate and be better couples and live that better life and be happy together. That's all we
have
want.
good, healthy sex and love making and
Yes,
giggity
that is
time.
right. It's all part of it, right? It's part of a relationship. Maybe we've had a little too much wine and beer tonight, but you know
Nah.
what? Enjoy life. Enjoy
Absolutely.
each other. Enjoy your relationship.
Yes.
Because that's what you've got, right? You've said I do, or you're dedicated to one person, and make the most of it. You
Absolutely.
know, it doesn't. It's not hard. People are always like, "Have y'all been together so
haven't
long?"
built for that.
And have you been together for so long? And you just, I mean, we really don't do a lot of arguing. We don't do a lot of fighting.
We don't.
Because
we
we
don't fight.
And I can't tell you when we fought, but you laugh through it, right? You communicate through it. You find ways around it. And
Yes.
look, it's not the freaking end of the world if something happens. You work around it. You find a solution. And as long as you can do that with each other,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yes.
I'll say it, said it in the other video, and I'll say it again because we always keep talking about it now, but we always say, live through the good times because you live through them and they're a lot of fun, but you love through the bad times.
Yep.
You love harder because you're going through harder times, you rely on that person, and it is super important to be able to do that. And
It is.
all of these little keys, tips, things that we talk about, it's all part of it.
Absolutely.
If
Don't
we can
let
help
the-
you, please let us know. Throw in the
Absolutely.
comments. If you want us to talk about other comments, sorry, I have too much wine. Other topics. If you want me to rate wines,
Yay.
yes, let's do that. I would love to. Any other topics, please list them, let them know. Like, share, subscribe, follow all the good things that we do on social media. It's Paid Daily with us. And
.com.
.com is our website, so if you're into digital marketing, you need help or how to get started, we have a blueprint for that. We follow step by step for people. Or if you just want to follow our socials, Paid
Go
Daily
for it.
with us is our name on all the socials. So we hope this helps somebody out. We hope that you have intimate moments of your own and you figure out ways to be a better couple and live a better life.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's it. That's all we got.
All right.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Time for us
Bye.
to go in.
Good night.
Good